Welcome to Rent-A-Gun. In this film, we're looking at the British Mk2 Sten gun. After the opening campaign in France and the evacuation of the British Expeditionary Force from Dunkirk, there was a massive lack of small arms and equipment for the British Army. Because of this state of emergency, there was a desperate need to produce replacement firearms quickly and cheaply. As a stopgap measure, the British government had an agreement with the Americans to purchase the 1928 Thompson submachine gun. However, the Thompson was quite an expensive item to buy at about £150 a unit. Also, with the war on the Atlantic going in the favour of the U-boats, many of the pieces that were purchased were sunk and are still to this day laying at the bottom of the Atlantic Ocean. This was invented in 1940. The Sten gun got its name from the initials of the two inventors, Shepherd and Turpin, and also the initials of the Enfield factory where it first went into production. The Mk2 Sten fires a 9x19 parabellum cartridge. It has an effective range of about 100 metres, but there's a lot of testimony stating that the weapon loses all of its accuracy past 30 metres. The magazine contains 32 rounds. The Sten gun uses the blowback operational principle and works from an open bolt. It fires between 500 and 600 rounds a minute. This submachine gun is almost entirely made of stamped and pressed steel welded together. This manufacturing process effectively brought the unit cost of the British Army submachine gun down from £150 to just over £10. In total, there were more than 2 million of these Mk2 Sten guns made. To field strip the Sten gun is relatively easy. First, I'll remove the magazine by releasing the magazine catch here at the top of the magazine well. Then I want to remove the shoulder stock. To do this, I press in the plunger at the rear of the spring and then remove the shoulder stock. Now I can push and rotate the spring end cap as a single unit, then remove the mainspring like so. Now I want to remove the cocking handle and the bolt. To do this, I bring it back to a position where I can remove the cocking handle, and then by depressing the trigger I can remove the bolt itself. So that is the Sten gun field stripped. This is the main receiver, manufactured from stamped and welded steel. This is the shoulder stock. Again, it's stamped steel welded together. This is the bolt. This is the only real piece of machine steel in the whole weapon. This is the cocking handle that slides into the bolt, main spring, and the mainspring end cap. Finally, this is the 32 round box magazine. To reassemble the Sten gun, first of all we insert the bolt block, remembering that we need to push the trigger to get it past the sear. Then we want to insert the cocking handle, like so. And again, unless you pull the trigger, the bolt won't go forward. Replace the mainspring and then hold that in place with the spring cap, which inserts into the receiver and has a half turn to hold it in place. Then the last thing to reinstate is the shoulder stock, which clips into position like so. So now I've reassembled the Sten gun. There's only one thing left to do. Yeah, you got it. We're going to test fire it. That's the fun bit. But I'm going to hand it over to my armourer, Max.
Hello.
Here you go, boy. I'm going to get off the range.